Dang it, I didn't catch it before the next song started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How are you all? How's your weekend beginning? Awesomely, I hope. Sorry, I'm adjusting my microphone like a lot right now because it's annoying the shit out of me. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Nice to meet you, nice to greet you, say hello. That's one of the songs that my daughter listens to. How's it going, everybody? Let me read off everything that happened during pre-show. Tofu Melody, thank you so much for the 17 months. Gay Baby, thank you for the 37. I know that's probably not the way that you intended your name to ever be read, but that's how I read it every time, so I'm sorry. Zen Christian, thank you for the 8. Gypsy Rose for the 32. Game Lorist for the 5. Dr. Jazzfist for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Lolo Tokyo for the 34. Gynax for gifting a bunch of subs to Orcamps. Mouse Rat. Hollow Sean. Hideyoshi. Stank Attack. Mord Kikeling. Haxon. Sleepy Cryptid. Admiral Asimov. And Hohoon. All of you, welcome and welcome back to the Cat Gang. Be sure to thank Gynax2K1 in chat for those. If you were gifted a sub, thank you very much, Gynax. I appreciate it. Silhouette, thank you for the 11 months. Elodie for the 15. Actual LD50 for the 27. Angie gifted a sub to Captain Mudkip. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, Angie. Cooper the Clearest Blue, thank you for the 1 year. Happy anniversary to you. Nag, 2 gifted subs to Dodger7501. Sternus Vulgaris, Tharina, Giant Machine 9000, and Basement Viking. All of you, welcome to the Cat Gang or welcome back to the Cat Gang. Be sure to say thank you to Nag2 in chat for those. Thank you, Nag. Black Dragon, thank you for the 21. Glaciana for the 32. Jade Raven Arts for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. And Valet R, thank you for the 22 months. Heck yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. That fox looks comfy. This one? Or this one? When I was trying to get everything ready to go, Clark was just kind of running around and grabbing all of the foxes. So they're in disarray, but that's okay. They are exactly as she intended them to be. I love the squad hoodie. Me too. Jesse gave it to me. I've been wearing it every day since he gave it to me. Brosa for Brostar. I think that it gets very good. But the animation is top tier from the get-go. I totally agree with you. Clark starting her interior design career young. Guys, she's getting so good at animal noises. It's crazy. Everybody has always told me that every kid just latches on to something and you don't know what it's going to be. We were watching a thing about farming and a cow was just in the background on a video and she started going, moo, moo, moo. And I was like, my sweetheart. So now she does. Sheep go baa, cows go moo, horses go neigh neigh. And she knows that dogs go woof woof. But for some reason, if we ask her what do dogs do, she won't go woof woof. It's if she sees a dog, she'll go woof woof. So it's pretty adorable. What's your opinion on Shadowbringers a week or so out? Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. I'm really excited to do the raids and things. I think that'll be fun. We have a bunch of optional dungeons that we can do and the raids and yeah. Maybe she doesn't know what dog means. She does. Every time she sees a dog, she says dog and then she'll go woof woof. And she has little dog toys that when she's pretending to be the dog, she'll go woof woof. She knows what dogs are. She pretty consistently points out what a dog is, despite the fact that dogs look so different. So I'm proud of that. But yeah, cats, very iffy on. She lives with them, and hears them go meow all the time. but doesn't make meow noises really. And if you ask what cats do, she just goes, cat. I'm like, yes, cat. Yeah. Her first like word that we knew was supposed to be a word was hi. It was very boring. But I believe deep in my heart, I will, until the day I die, believe that the first word that she tried to say, like the first time that her brain made a connection that was like, oh, this word means this thing, was when it seemed so much to me like she was trying to say duck in the bath with her rubber ducky, because I kept going duck. So, have you watched anyone on the Red Zone on Twitch? I don't think so. The stream started on a still of Dodger with half closed eyes. Good. Starting off strong. I live in Minnesota. My first word was cold. My parents were so proud. Amazing. Have you played Remnant? I have not. That's the one that like Sam and Gmart and Benji have been playing, right? The like Dark Soulsy one. Sam was like, you would love this game. I haven't played it yet. Shooty Souls. Yeah, I haven't tried it. What do you think of the Life is Strange 2 story so far? It's hard to talk about that because I don't think our Life is Strange 2, like the most recent videos, are out. I like it though. I'm very attached to the boys. I would love for there to be, in the end, I would love for there to be some kind of like this is the same universe as the original Life is Strange, right? I would love that, but I don't know if we're going to get that. How is it compared to the first? They're completely different. Totally different dynamic. Totally different, like, story. Yeah, they're totally different. They operate the same, you know, the like way that it feels to walk around and grab things and all of that is the same, but didn't they already do that with showing Arcadia Bay? Oh, I guess they did. I forgot about that. Clarky. My kid did the duck thing too. I think duh sounds are easiest for them to make. Yeah, there was a look on her face that was like something clicked, even though she lost it immediately. Like something kind of clicked there for a second, you know? And it's nuts now this is always the way it is, to look at what she was doing before versus what she's doing now. And I know that in another year, I'm going to look at what she was doing now and be like, oh my God, like she's doing so much more stuff, you know? What are we playing? This is Saturday Morning Dooger, so we're bullshitting. We're just going to sit here and talk about stuff. How does that make you feel? I didn't start speaking until I was older. Look at me now. Actually, don't look at me. I know a lot of people who didn't start talking until they were like 2-3 years old. I think that's more common than we realize. Kids are whack. They're really incredible. And you made that happen. I mean, through the natural mechanics of how my body works. Yes, I created life. I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of all this for doing its job. Do I have a favorite berry? I I would say the berry that I'm most attached to is like a blackberry, because we had blackberries that grew on our farm, and so we would pick blackberries all the time. Not all the time. My dad and I, they were mostly growing around, because blackberries are like kind of a weed where I grew up. Um, People just hate them, but they're legitimately like a berry that you can pick. And the bridge that's on our property that we built, there would be blackberries that would like kind of grow around the bridge. And so when my dad would take me home from school, sometimes we would park and just like grab a few blackberries and sit on the bridge and like throw stuff in the water and stuff. So I have a love for blackberries, but I don't generally eat berries that often, to be honest. Yeah, my mom has incredible blueberry plants. They produce so many blueberries. It's actually crazy. My mom winds up having to freeze a ton of them every year, but it's really nice because then she can like put them in her yogurt and put them in granola and like whatever she wants to do with them like throughout the year after they're done growing, you know? I can never get into eating just berries, but I love them on other stuff. I feel that. I totally feel that. As a suburban dude, the idea of hating free blackberries is insane. I mean, it's kind of like there are lots of places where bamboo is considered to be a weed and people just want to get rid of bamboo, right? There's just like fucking bamboo everywhere. Despite the fact that you can use bamboo for so many things. So like, yeah, on our property, it was like there's all of this land, and if we just cleared off the acres of blackberries, we could use that land for something, right? But it just grows so fast and it completely takes over, and it's thorny. So it's, you know, yeah, but depending on where you live, like a type of plant can become really invasive. That's one of the reasons why, you know, like when people start giving out you know, just like seed packs, just random seed packs for things, just like regardless of where you live, sometimes the response is, hey, be really careful about what's in those seed packs, because depending on where you live and how your soil is and all of this other stuff, like this plant might become a problem, like more of a problem, instead of like a joyful, sweet plant that shows up for a hot minute and then leaves. Absolutely. You can do tons of things with dandelions. People hate dandelions. Just like, God, there's fucking dandelions everywhere. They're a weed. You can do tons of shit with dandelions. Like there's there's all kinds of plants where we're going, man, that's so obnoxious. But it's just either because you don't know what to do with it, or it's because it's fucking everywhere and you just want to be rid of it, you know? Yeah, people are listing all kinds of things you can do with dandelions. I wish dandelions weren't considered a pest. They're pretty and they help bees. Do bees like dandelions? They must. Yeah, that would make sense. I've never tried dandelion tea, but it's mentioned in manga all the time. Yeah. Yeah, man. Some people will make like a dandelion salve and be like, it really helps with the aches in my hands. I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but but people try to do all kinds of things with dandelions because if you let them, they'll pop up all over the place.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving coffee.
What defines what a weed
burrito
is?
babe.
I don't know. I assumed it had to do with like just whether or not you consider it to be an undesirable plant for a variety of reasons, right? An unwanted or uncontrolled plant. Yeah. A plant in the wrong place. I think that that's kind of, yeah, because like you can have a, you know, say that you've plotted out an area to have a little garden, and you've planted your tomatoes and you've planted your zucchini and you've got your hot peppers growing, right? And everything's doing good. You have plants that are growing that either don't contribute anything to the garden or could potentially like suffocate the plant that you're trying to grow, or are just like everywhere. Right? She did it. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear that or not. There was a video that Sam made that he was playing back where he said, "What sound does a doggy make?" And she went, "Woo, woo, woo." It's so cute. Okay, sorry. We grew marigolds to keep bugs away. I don't know if it worked though. My dad would always buy bags of ladybugs. Sorry. It's cute. It's really cute. Bags of ladybugs? Yeah, you can get like a bag of ladybugs. Like this big. Just like a shit ton of ladybugs in there. And you can just release them on your property. Bags of Ladybugs is a good band name. Don't take it from me. Bags of ladybugs. They'll eat things that you don't want around your plants, so they can help keep your plants healthy. If you're worried about bugs like making them sick or eating them down. We would go to the mountains. You could pull like a handful of ladybugs off of one leaf. So many. Dude, I was so confused. We've been watching a show called Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. And all of the pets in this world, it's about a bunch of fairies and elves, and they're all like borrower size, right? And all of the pets in this world are bugs, and they all like behave like cats and dogs. And the like main dog is Gaston, and he's a ladybug, but they kept calling him a ladybird. And for the longest time, I was like, "Oh, that's funny that they, in their magical society, have come up with a different name for a ladybug." And then we were watching something else, and somebody called it a ladybird, and I was like, "Wait, Sam, do they call ladybugs ladybirds in England?" He was like, "Yeah." I had thought that Ben and Holly's Magic Kingdom had concocted like a fanciful word. Like a fanciful word for ladybugs. That was not it. That was not it at all. I wish parents kept being proud of the things that you achieved when you were a baby. I want my mom to be overjoyed when I pointed at a dog at 23. We use both, to be fair. Yeah, I kind of figured. Because normally, if there's a word that Sam and I differ on, Sam will fight to the death that what the term that he uses is superior. Um, so the fact that we had never had a conversation where he was like, ladybirds, that's never come up. So I assumed probably both terms are common. Is the stream at a higher FPS than usual? I don't believe so. I didn't change anything. Oh my gosh. Congrats on beating the flying gym. We heard the celebration from his stream. Thank you. Yeah. We were going crazy. Shane and Kraken and I were all trying to do this gym when like the lag was insane. Like we couldn't even get past the first jump reliably. And I was like, this is nuts. Boone came out and was redoing it with us. He was like, I don't have to be doing this. I just don't know what else to do with my time. And I was like, honestly, it makes me feel much less alone, because I was doing it by myself for a while, and then slowly everybody else started to show up, and I was like, honestly, it makes me feel much less alone and much less like a failure to have so many other people struggling with me. So they all just like, we all like kept doing it together. I will admit, I was the last person to finally get over there. But still delighted. Oh, the name Ladybird originated in Britain when the insects became known as Our Lady's bird, or the lady beetle. Mary, Our Lady, was often depicted wearing a red cloak in early paintings. The spots of the 7-spot ladybird, the most common in Europe, were said to symbolize her 7 joys and 7 sorrows. How fascinating. I didn't expect there to be such a deep meaning. Are you going to stream Pixelmon again? I've had to settle on watching the other streamers. We streamed it yesterday morning. I'm sorry. There's been 2 times this week where I've said, yeah, I'm totally going to stream some Pixelmon this evening. We'll do an extra stream and I'll stream some Pixelmon in the evening. And like something has happened. The first time I had such a killer headache. I went to bed at like 9 something or 10. Last night we've had like a couple of rough days with Clark. She's getting really into just screaming at me when she wants something, and it is so demoralizing. Like I can tell that there's something else going on. Either she's like in a growth spurt, so she's achy, or she's teething or something. Like there's something going on that's making her just irritable. But I'm just like, stop screaming at me. Like, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help you. Right. So there's been like a couple of days now where it's felt like the way that she's tried to communicate with me is just screaming. And I got really sad last night about it. So Sam was like, you're fine. She's a baby. You know, most of the time she's not like this. You're doing great. It's fine. And of course, this morning, she's been an angel. Like, so sweet. Just like, this is like the perfect baby. Just lovely and wonderful, and like has come over and given me kisses and asked to read books like all morning. I've just been like, my baby. Yeah, literally every time. Here's the thing, as I'm trying to like make sure that I'm aware in case it's not like this. Every time she behaves like this, it's a couple of days and then she's fine again. So I try not to let myself get upset, because I'm like, she's going through all kinds of changes. This is like a really short phase and she's going to be fine and she's going to chill out again. But I feel like that can be the trap, right? That can be the trap for a parent to be like, they're in a phase, and then you realize, never mind, my child's a spoiled asshole. Like, I don't want that to happen. So I keep being like, what if she like just keeps acting like this? Like, what do I do to curb it? Like, I don't know. But it never lasts more than a couple of days. Maybe she's getting her first teeth. She has tons of teeth. She has grinders everywhere. She's got all of her front teeth. She's got a bunch of teeth. But yeah. They're in a phase 18 years later. I'm like, I've watched enough Super Nanny to know that every parent that has a nightmare child is like, I just don't know how we got here. Right? Like, I just don't understand what happened. Like, I refuse to be that person that's like, I don't know. Does she have a favorite food? Yes. She will sit through every meal. She will sit there eating a little bit and then look at you and go, Nana, more, Nana, Nana. And I'm like, there's no banana, honey. You've eaten all of the bananas. There's no more banana. And she's like, Nana, Nana. There used to be a spot where she could turn around and see where we kept the bananas. I don't keep them there anymore because I don't want her to know if there's a bunch of bananas just sitting around. So she used to just like sit there eating and then would turn around and look right at the bananas and point and go, Nana, Nana, Nana. It's like, oh my God. I know, poor Sam. I was like, Sam, I feel like your threshold for having bananas around you has gotten better. And he was like, it's literally my child's favorite food. I have not had a choice. How many bananas would she eat if you just let her do it? I'll be totally honest with you. There was one day where I was just like, I've had it. I'm so tired. You've worn me down. And literally, she ate 3 bananas and was still going, Nana. And I was like, no more. No more. No more. So, yeah, I think she would just keep eating bananas forever. We were looking up, like, how do we know if our child overeats? And pretty much in a shocking show of level-headedness and logic, pretty much every doctor website didn't say, holy shit, take your baby to the hospital immediately. Pretty much everything was like, it's really difficult for a baby to overeat. Like, just make sure that the food that they are eating is good food, that they're not eating junk, and they'll stop when they're done. And if you're really concerned, like if your baby looks huge and you're really concerned, take them to the pediatrician, have them like figure out, you know, the ratios for them, and like you can discuss it. But like for the most part, babies won't overeat. They can get really attached to food, but just if they said the big trap that a lot of people fall into, which does not apply to us at all, is that if a kid is still getting mostly fed by you, if you're still spoon feeding a kid up to like this point, if you're still spoon feeding them almost exclusively, it's really easy for them to just keep eating because they think that's what they're supposed to do. But if you've let them feed themselves, they'll stop when they're ready to stop. So I was like, all right, then I don't think we really need to worry. I think she's really active. She moves around a lot and she loves bananas, but like she's gonna just, you know, she's just growing. So little Clark trying to be like those YouTube fitness vloggers that eat 50 bananas a day. I've 100% seen those people who are like, look, every morning, I just pop open about 20 bananas and, I'm just like, oh, who's that? Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, good. What's that? There's so much going on. you say hi? Oh, rubbing our eyeballs. Are we going down for a nap? Mwah. Have a good nap. BB. You've been very good this morning. Thank you. It was the recharge I needed. Oh, hi. Okay. You good, Daddy?
Listen to this.
Clark, what sound does a cow make?
Good job.
What sound does a sheep make?
Good job.
What sound does a doggy make?
Good job. Look at you. Good job, baby.
She's mastered the farm animals.
She has. We need duck goes quack, quack. Quack, quack. One day.
Give mommy a kiss.
She just kissed your
It's my
belly.
belly. What are you doing?
That's okay. I smooched the heck out of her. Yeah. Mwah. I love you.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Night-night. Night-night. Okay, bye. Cutie pie. What am I doing that for? She's so cute. Gosh darn. She's so big now. I know. She's huge. My baby. The banana slayer. She's gonna have potassium superpowers. I'm just like, okay, just love bananas. All right. I visibly saw her melt Gerard's heart when she was screeching Dada at Sam during Indieland. Isn't that cute? Almost every time, if she hasn't seen Sam for a bit and Sam comes in the room, she screams, Dada! It's so cute. To be as big as Dodger by the age of 3, I know. I love that you only ever see your husband's legs. It's like in Peanuts. Womp, 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 womp. I love you too, honey. I think Clark's gonna be tall. If I had to guess, I think Clark's gonna be tall. Where did all of these flies come from? What is going on? How did you all enter my home? I'm not a fan. They're not flying like fruit flies. It's not like a food thing. They've entered the home somehow. Yeah, I just need a bag of ladybugs. Ladybirds, I'm sorry. Just need a bag of ladybirds to release in my home. Do you have soil laying around? No. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm assuming is the kind of like bigger holes that my cat's claws have made. Where flies just like Clark has a lot of Dooger's features. Thank you. That's very sweet that you say that. Most of our friends now are like, depending on the picture, because you know I put pictures of her up on Instagram and stuff sometimes for my family. I use the like close friends feature, and everybody will be like, in this picture she looks like Sam, And in this picture, she looks like Brooke. It's weird. Like I think different expressions that she makes either look like me or look like Sam. And when she was first born, everyone was like, oh my God, she looks exactly like Sam. And I was like, okay. And now she feels more like a 50-50 split. When will I dye my hair again? I'm getting my hair like done, like fixed. While I'm in Oregon, I'm going to my hair mom. She's gonna do my roots and stuff, which I'm so excited about. And I think we're gonna chop off like a couple of inches because this hair is just so fried on the ends. It's not cute. It's not cute. I don't like it. Pog, Oregon. What's up, Boone? When she's with you, you can see her copying your mannerisms. Really? That's cute. Are you streaming next week? I plan to. It won't be as consistent. I have a wedding to go to, and I'm going to be like seeing family and stuff with Clark. So, but I do have a setup to be able to stream while I'm at my parents' house. So. Yeah, it's like gotten to the point where part of me just wanted to like put my hair in a ponytail like this and just fucking like just chop it. But I realized because she's never met Clark, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can bring Clark in. She can meet Clark and she can do my hair. Perfect. She had an opening, so. Should we refrain from mailing you anything until you move? I would say until I know whether or not we're moving. If they say we don't want you in England, then I'll let you guys know. Look, they might. I might get a letter back that's like, look, hell no. I want you in England. Is that bad? No, I want me in England. Will you be able to drive in England? I mean, I'll have to do the tests and stuff, but. Oh. Jonathan, thank you so much for the donation. I've been following you since 2010. It's cool to see you're doing well. Thanks for being awesome all these years. And P.S. That's the cutest baby on earth. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Anything that you like about England compared to the States? England is in terms of the weather, is very much like Oregon. It's so similar. That in that way, it feels very homey to me. I love Sam's family, so I have no qualms about moving out there and being near them. I think that that's going to be awesome. Clark will have all of her little cousins to play with, which will be great. And it's a new adventure for me, right? I love London. I think London's awesome, and I haven't explored enough of it, so I'd like to do more of that. Yeah. You have a child? I do. I have a baby. I'm a Brit and I've never been to London. What? Dukes is moving to England. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But at this point now, literally, I'm just waiting on them to say, sure, come on over. Or, nope, we don't want you. So we'll see. Would you consider fan meetups or mod meetups in England? Not many cons are here, so we all just hide. Yeah, I'd love to. I haven't really been going to cons, so I haven't been seeing people much, really. How long do you have to wait? They're basically like, here's the earliest you could hear back. That's mostly what I know. When you fill out the application, you say when you would like to move. Yeah, basically they were like, you could hear anytime after this number of weeks. So we're just waiting. Clark is fully applicable for dual citizenship. So literally all we have to do is fill out paperwork, have a copy of her birth certificate, proof that I am an American citizen and Sam is an English citizen, and a picture of her. And we send it in and they're like, sick, she's English. So it's all about money, guys. It's all about money. So we had to do the exact same thing with Sam when we applied for him to be able to live here long term as well. It has nothing to do with this is my wife, this is my husband. It has nothing to do with that shit, right? That is important. They want that. But what it actually is number one, does this person know that you are trying to use them to get into the country? Right? I understand that you're married, but does your husband know that you're trying to move to England? Yes, no. And then the other thing is if you come into this country and you're a deadbeat and you don't make any money, what's the plan? So you have to provide all kinds of proof that even if I didn't do a fucking thing, even if I moved to England and was like sick, I'm going to just grow flowers for the rest of my life and not do a thing. Not do a single thing for the rest of my life. Could Sam provide for our family? Which we can prove all of that. But they still have every right to look at everything we give them and say, no, we don't want you. So because you have to prove those things, everybody has to apply. I can't just say, Sam's my husband, so let me in. They'll say, that's nice. Fill out this and this and this. We're going to need a copy of this and a copy of this and a copy of this. And we're going to need proof of bona fide marriage, which is like tons and tons of pictures, tons of proof that your relationship is legitimate. Is that really your child? Can we see proof of that? Like literally, they want everything that you can possibly give them. And I swear to God, it's all a big old song and dance. It's all a big old song and dance. And then in the end, it's all about the money. You should have just sent them a bunch of Twitch VODs. I have screenshots of YouTube, like actual YouTube pages, screenshots of like us in videos together from years ago. I have screenshots of like our conversations with friends. I have I literally grabbed as many things as I could possibly think of. And even then, when I went in, I was so frustrated because they still, when I went in, were like, man, I mean, this just isn't that much stuff. I was like, what do you mean this isn't that much stuff? They were like, well, we've had people submit their entire wedding portfolio before. I'm like, yeah, who the fuck in Sheffield is going to want to look through my entire wedding portfolio? Are you serious? Like, I'm giving them a succinct fucking packet of shit where they can look through it and be like, oh, thank God this lady like made a Google Doc and just put all of the pictures on one page. Thank God, right? Like, surely they're gonna look at these pages and be like, oh, Jesus Christ, somebody who knows how to use a computer, for the love of God. Like, I just don't understand. Somebody that works at that office is gonna watch this at some point and be like, deny her. She made fun of us. I work at an immigration law firm and this is hilarious to me. I just don't get it. I don't understand the point of being like, I mean, we've had some, like, the most that someone has submitted is over 3,000 pages. I'm like, no one's gonna go through all that shit. No one's gonna go through all that shit. Is the plan to just inundate the person with so much evidence that they're like, fuck it, you're approved? I don't know. Like, I just don't get it. They made me feel very unprepared with nearly 100 pages to submit, including application pages. But like, what the fuck? Anyways, sorry. The cork, the cork came off the bottle and it just poured out. I've tried not to like complain about this stuff too much because we don't even know like what the verdict is or what's going on. So I didn't want to like overly talk about it, but yeah, it's been silly. They're going to send you a paper back saying denied with a link to this VOD. I know, seriously. They're like, make fun of us, will you? I'm going to phone the folks in Sheffield and tell them to deny you. Oh, gosh. I have a feeling we'll know right away. We are past the right away point. So we do not know right away. Miana and I went in with pictures, printouts of our joint account, card title with both of our names on it. They still were like, you two don't have a lot of stuff together. Yeah, like what's that all about? They literally, here's the other thing that's frustrating. For any of you who are ever going to go through this, you're not alone. It is frustrating and stupid. They're going to give you a list that's like, here are the things that you need to provide. You're going to provide all of those things, and they're going to be like, I just wish you had more. It's like, I gave you everything on your fucking checklist. What do you mean? Oh, my husband lives in the UK. We're getting married next year, and then I'm about to face this. I'm scared. It's gonna be, honestly, here's the bottom line. It's gonna be fine. If everything is copacetic and good and there's nothing weird going on, you're gonna most people walk in there, do their interview. All of the people that do the interviews have been through the immigration process before. For the most part, everybody who works there and does these interviews, at least here, is somebody who has been through the immigration process. So they get it. And they're going to look at your stuff. They're going to ask you some questions. And honestly, ours was pretty chill. A lot of people that we know who have done the same thing, it was pretty chill. And then they'll be like, cool, you guys are good. Like, it always sounds like it's going to be this awful nightmare. And most of the time it's not. And a bunch of people freak you out. And like everybody that you're going to hit up to the point of the final person is going to be like, I just, maybe you should have this. Maybe you should have this. I'm a little worried about, make sure that if they split you up, your stories are the same. Like, what the fuck? And then you go in there, and they're like, hi, what made you know that you were in love with her? Right? Like, just like, it's just, it's going to be fine. You're going to be good. Don't worry about it. My process, like, also might be totally fine. But I can't meet the people who are looking at my shit and making the decision face to face because I'm not there. So it's literally just a waiting game for me. And that's where the frustration comes in, Sam will use too much sarcasm in the interview and fuck it up. He was great. He was great in our interview to get him here. It's been vacation now. Maybe that's why the reply has been slow. Maybe. It's fine. It's fine. There's a lot going on in England right now. It's fine. I didn't expect it to be just like a leisurely stroll, so... Dodger, I stream from 10 to 2. That guy's my husband. He streams from 6 to 24 hours. I hate how accurate that is. What's your biggest tips for the process of being able to live in the US or UK? When we brought Sam here, we had a lawyer, like an immigration lawyer, and it was really nice. I am not using an immigration lawyer to go to the UK, and I think that if you're able to afford a lawyer, they are expensive, so if you're able to afford a lawyer, I think that they provide a lot of like, because they have done it so much. And they are much more straight up with you about stuff. Whereas in the situation I'm in now, trying to go to England, I'm doing what the website told me to do. I filled out what the website told me to fill out. I went in to like the actual submission office and they were like, well, we should probably fill out a few more things, and where's this and where's that, and how come this isn't 3,000 pages long, where's your wedding portfolio, right? And then there's me going, if you're able to afford somebody to help out with the process, it provides a lot of like, but I will have now experience doing both. Having a lawyer and not having a lawyer, which for better or for worse, we'll see. Yeah, I think like if you're able to just put together. So what I did with ours, which when Sam came here, they were like, oh, this is really nice and easy to read, which is why sending it to the UK when they were like, where's all of the pages? I was annoyed. But basically, I like tried to, in chronological order, put together just like a Google Doc of pictures of us like over the years. They ask that the pictures, if you have the time and ability to do this, that in the pictures you from left to right list off everyone who's in the picture. So I would list off everybody that was in the picture and also like what it was. It would be like Thanksgiving with the Thorns. That wouldn't exist. Thanksgiving with the Lawsons. Christmas with the Thorns. This was my birthday. This was the day Clark was born. All of that stuff. So it provides like these are important memories for us, but also here's all of the information you've asked for. Here's every person that's in this photo, right? Yeah, if you can keep stuff like really easy to read. And then the other thing that when we did have a lawyer, we were told is good to bring is letters from, so like as I'm going to England, we have letters from Sam's family that are like, we're really excited for them to be in England, right? When Sam was coming to the US, we had letters from his family saying we're really excited for Sam to start his family with Brooke in America, and letters from my family being like, we're so excited for Sam to be part of our family, you know, like that kind of stuff. And they have to be hand signed. They can't be electronically signed. They have to be hand signed and then like scanned and sent in if that's an option. Like that kind of stuff helps. So they want people to vouch for you. They want to see that there is like validity to the relationship, which is what I tried to provide with the picture breakdown, right? Of like this, like we've literally been spending important moments together for as long as we could, right? And that's hard with LDR because there will be big chunks of time where you're like, and this was a period of time where we were in different countries. But yeah, just like doing your best to provide everything that they want while also giving them as much of like the human element as you can. I know that's a little vague, but yeah. What did you have for breakfast this morning? My coffee. I'm a mom. What's your superpower? I've had coffee so far today. How about you? This is my last sub for a while. Oh, don't regard. That's okay. Happy 3 years. Thanks for the 3 years you were able to give me. Hopefully you'll still be in chat. I can't just apply for dual citizenship. That's not how it works. I'm applying for a partner visa, basically. I'm applying for something that says this person is not an English citizen, but they are approved to live here long term. And once I've had that for a while, then I could apply for citizenship. Yeah, it's the English version of a green card. I had an omelet with Earl Grey and milk. Earl Grey is delicious. My superpower is I can instantly turn people's sandals into sand. It's a good power. I like it. Do you think tying your hair back is causing damage to your hairline? I have no idea. I think it causes a headache sometimes, but once I take it down, it's fine. I think that it also causes some split ends in my hair, so I'm trying not to tie it up as much anymore. I don't think that tying my hair up would do anything to my hairline. I can't imagine how scientifically that would do anything. She says with hair tied up. Mm-hmm. I do not speak German. My dad speaks a little German. I do not speak German. Oddly, the like non-English words that float out sometimes, because that's how it was when I was growing up, are Italian words. And it's not that many. But, yeah, Italian stuff pops out sometimes. I worry about that. I throw my hair up in a bun and ponytail 95% of the time. Yeah, so what I've been told by the lovely people who have done my hair is that if your hair is up all the time, it's just damage to the hair. So like my ends have been bleached a ton, right? So they're already weak. When I put my hair in a bun and the like ends are trapped in the bun, it's just causing more damage. So yeah, it's more just like your hair isn't going to be as healthy if it's constantly up in buns. It's just ripping at the hair. Dude, speaking of Italian, I just realized I need to backtrack a little bit. Speaking of Italian, I watched the first episode of the new Good Eats. I didn't realize how much I missed Alton Brown until I started watching the new Good Eats, and I was like, oh, it's so fun. It was about chicken parmigiano. And it was really cute. It was still super goofy and campy and informational. And yeah, it was good. What is Good Eats? Oh, Good Eats is an old show with Alton Brown. Alton Brown is like, he's one of those people. Imagine that Octo was obsessed with food. Right? Like Octo has one of those minds that just like holds on to so much information and he knows so much about the things that he loves. Alton Brown is like that. He knows so much about food, right? Just like incredible wealth of knowledge about food. And he's just like really goofy. And so he had a show that was called Good Eats that had like little skits and like weird stuff in it, and every episode was about a specific meal or a specific type of food. And he would kind of break down the whole process of like how it's done and the history behind it, the way that it used to be done versus how it's done now, like where it's from, all of these things. And it was just like a really, really fun show. And so they announced that Good Eats was going to come back. So the first episode of the new Good Eats is available on YouTube. And it's so fun. I was like, oh, it feels like Good Eats. It feels exactly like Good Eats used to. If Blue Mage was a chef. Oh, is that it, Curious? It is! Yeah. So Curious just linked something in chat, and that's the new episode. Astra, thank you so much for the gifted subs. If you were gifted a sub by Astra, be sure to say thank you. He got a lot of the old crew back to do it as well. That's so fun! Aw. Good morning, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I was saying earlier, I've had a rough few days with Clark, and today she's been an angel. It's been so nice. Today was such a like a recharge for me. Like with the little wings. Just keep handing her bananas. It's fine. Dude. It starts to feel really surreal to have a baby just sitting there going, Nana, 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 more Nana. Nana? Nana? You're like, there's no bananas left. There's no bananas left. You ate all of them. And she like goes back and starts eating everything else. And then, Nana? It's like, I can't. I can't. I watch my niece 5 days a week. She's 5 months. This week she's been so whiny and refusing to be set down. I broke down yesterday. Yeah, dude, they go through stages that are so rough. I think like the stage that I had the most trouble with was the first time that she like started rolling the second I would try to change her diaper. And if I turned her back over, screaming, absolutely screaming. And the first time she went through that stage, I was like, I just don't know what to do. Like, I'm not strong enough to hold her down while I'm trying to get poop off of her entire body, right? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do when she doesn't want to just sit there and let me change her diaper. Like, what am I supposed to do? There's poop everywhere. What do I do? You know, it was like so frustrating. And I went on Facebook, because that's where like all of my family are. I went on Facebook and I was like, she just wants to roll over constantly, and she sobs and screams and flails if I don't let her, and I just don't know what to do. And everybody was like, it's a phase. Every single baby goes through that phase. Stay calm. Because in every situation, when the baby's freaking out, if you start freaking out, it makes it a million times worse. They're like, don't freak out at her. Don't, like, try to be as calm as possible. When she rolls over, just flip her back over. She'll roll over, flip her back over. She'll get upset, but eventually she's gonna just lay there. And it's true. In medical school on pediatrics, we have to look in kids' ears, and when they get squirming, it's real hard, I bet. I think my dad being a pediatrician must have been the best feeling when I was born. It's like, you know what to do. Here you go. We have 4 18-month-olds and 2 6-month-olds at my childcare right now. Things can get rough, I bet. I had a phase as a kid where I would have a full-blown meltdown if I didn't have my mom, like the first 4 years of my life. Those poor babysitters. Oh, Sam and I joke the opposite. We're like, literally, Sam and I can leave her with anybody. And sometimes if we come back in the house, like, oh, she's going to be so excited to see us. When we come back in the house, she like barely looks at us. Like, okay, fine. So it feels really satisfying when we do walk in the house and she's like, ah, like so excited, right? But most of the time, if we leave her with like Jeannie or my mom or Sam's mom, like whoever, and we go do something for a few hours and come home, she's just like, back to playing with shit. And we're like, all right. Unimpressed with her parents. Honestly, I would rather it be that way. I would rather that she felt like really safe and chill and comfortable without us. But, you know, sometimes you just want to know that you were missed is all. I knew you'd come back. Yeah. Better that than greeting you with banana. Oh my god, if I walked in the house and she was like, Nana? Nana? Come on. I see you've been gone for a while. Were you buying more nanas or not? I pick my daughter up from daycare and she's disappointed that I'm there and she has to leave. I know a few people who have said that, like, when they drop their kids off, the kid has like a meltdown about being left at daycare. And then when they come to pick their kid back up, their kid doesn't want to leave. It's like, all right. That shit hurts. Yeah, my sister, I think my mom was saying that my sister was totally the kid where, like, would cling to her screaming and sobbing when my mom would try to drop her off at daycare. And one of the, like, people that worked there was like, I promise you, literally the second the door closes behind you, she's fine. And my mom was told to, like, leave and wait a minute and then look in the window to see how my sister was. And my sister was literally just like, all right, what are we doing? Hi, Happy Chef. How are you? I experienced that a lot as a day camp counselor. What is that about? It's like a, I don't know, like a mental clinging to safety, right? Like, but you're safe. And then the second that it's gone, it's like, oh, but this is fun. Like, the redirect is so weird in kids. What's the TLDR of Sam's hatred for bananas? He ate a ton of them growing up, and now they make him gag. He tries to eat a banana at least like once a year to see if he's over it, and it almost always makes him feel like he's gonna throw up. Oh, just bring the little princess to bed. I love your family pictures. It's very cute. He did that on stream recently. Yeah, as a sub goal. Have you ever surprised him with a banana? No, because I'm his wife and I love him. I get no joy out of him vomiting and eating something he hates. That's like when people will come to me and be like, hey, you should play this shark-based prank on Jesse. And I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I surprise one of my best friends with his greatest phobia? That's not funny to me. That's not fun. Like, I don't get it. I thought it had been a while since I saw a video from you. I had to check that you were still alive. Yeah, man, I haven't really been doing YouTube like at all. Like once a year. Once a year for the last 2 years. But it's funny for us, I guess so. I love the Vlogmases. I've thought before about like completely rebranding Press Heart, because I don't use it, you know. I've thought before about completely rebranding Press Heart into just like, I don't know, into like not like a family channel, but I don't know, maybe something like that. Yeah, slice of life channel, exactly. Just basically like, especially after we move, right? Fingers crossed. After we move, just kind of turning the channel into like, just stuff, just, I don't know. slice of Nana. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I know that at first there would be a lot of, I subbed here for games, but it's literally been 2 years with the only content on there being vlogs. So anybody who wanted me to keep doing like the news show and stuff like that, I would assume has either left or has forgotten that they're subscribed anyway, and hopefully they would just unsub and move on. But yeah, I'm just like, there's got to be something I could do with it. Whether it's like a Sam and Doogs channel, or
Welcome,
it's a
you
family
fine
channel, or
cat-loving,
it's
coffee-drinking
me
burrito
adjusting
babe.
to life in England channel, or I don't know, just everything. It's not worth it for you to do YouTube though, so why bother? I don't know.
Welcome,
I just
you
feel like
fine cat-loving,
throwing all of my
coffee-drinking
eggs into the
burrito
Twitch
babe.
basket isn't super smart either. And there's certain types of content that I just can't do on Twitch, right? And I have the YouTube channel there. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable, especially if I'm with my family. I don't feel comfortable doing like walking around streams. So I'm not probably ever going to do that, because if somebody can literally look at a picture that is slightly out my window and figure out where I live, then the second that I would stream outside with my family, somebody would know exactly where we are. And I don't like the idea of somebody being able to just like, I don't know, just find us if I don't want them to. Yeah. If you move, is your family going to have problems visiting you? The person who will have the most trouble is my dad. Like not taking into account money, right? But like in terms of just like problems with traveling, it would be my dad. My dad has a lot of back problems. Those long flights are rough for him, like really, really rough. So he's the one that I'm worried about the most. He said that he would still do it and still make the effort, which is very sweet. He was like, maybe there's something that can just knock me out for the whole flight. Like, maybe, Daddy, I don't know. So my poor dad. Yeah, he's the one that would have the most trouble, I think. I call my parents on WhatsApp all the time. And Sam calls his family on WhatsApp fairly often as well. So she gets lots of like video interactions with them. So my mom and I were trying to figure out, if I do move, like what time would be good to like still consistently have those calls. I think it would probably be like my afternoon, her morning would probably be when we would do it. Yeah. Maybe they could do a cruise boat over. That's not a bad idea if that exists. Is it morning where you live? It is 11:30 in the morning, yes. What do you think of the Pixelmon server? It's cool seeing you there. Yeah, I've loved it. I was saying yesterday while we were playing, like, I'm definitely not the only person who's really surprised how much work went into it. There's so many nice little secret things and puzzles all over the place, and like really, really cool. The gyms are so difficult. Like I think that it's really interesting that the difficulty in the gyms, like the scale of difficulty hasn't necessarily been the fights. It's been like how to even get to the gym leader in the first place. Like they're all so hard. It's been really cool though. I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've loved it. I think so much work and love went into it. What's the WRC? Dude, I want to go back to Estonia. I haven't been in so long. Your rival letters with Kraken were so wholesome. World Rally Championship? I don't know what that is. I'm in Estonia. Yeah, we went, I can't remember where it was that we stayed. My brother has been to Estonia many times. And so he has a bunch of friends out there. So when we all went, we stayed with some of his friends and we spent a lot of time in Tallinn, which I think is normal. I was really sad because I got a bracelet while I was in Estonia and I don't know where it is anymore. To be fair, I was 19 when I went, so it's been a while, but I've never been to Lithuania. I would love to go. Oh, racing. Racing. I see. There's a joke about potatoes somewhere in here. Don't start the potatoes thing. I can't. Do you know how Sam felt about his trip to Denmark? No idea. Wait, when did Sam go to Denmark? What did the bracelet look like? It was literally just like thick pieces of wood, like all the way around. It was really pretty. There was a lot of like wood crafts there. Oh, when he did the Unibet thing. Yeah, I mean, I think he had a good time. I don't know that he really got to see Denmark though. Before you guys leave the US, you should see some places you haven't been to and do the touristy things. I keep saying that while we're here, yeah, we should. There are a couple of things that we should definitely do, but I know us and we're not going to do them. We're still trying to just go on a date for my birthday. That still hasn't happened. I don't know how on earth we're going to manage to like do a trip to Hawaii or something. It's hard with little ones. It is, yeah. Should have done a total tourist thing and come to the Iowa State Fair. It's the largest in the country. Really? Jesus. You can always just do them on trips back to the US. Yeah, that's also difficult, though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Sam still has the Japan trip goal. I know. All of this, believe me, all of these things we talk about often, and they stress us out. Because we're trying to move. Every time we take time off, we lose a bunch of subscribers. Like trying to plan that sort of stuff out is difficult. We sculpt an entire cow out of butter at the state fair. Jesus. want to go to New Zealand to see the giant hand with a human face statue. What? I've told Sam that if he wants to do the Japan trip without me, I'm okay with that. Because it was a sub goal and he needs to do it. And I'm sure he would have a blast. Like, we have tons of friends who know Japan really well, and he could like really have a blast if, you know. But you love Japan. I know, and I will go eventually. But I'm okay with not going. He can go to Japan, and since like Japan is closer to America anyway, maybe at the same time that he's in Japan, I'll just have a family trip or something. I've never been anywhere in Asia. I've been so many places in Europe, and I've never been anywhere in Asia. And I would really love to I would love to do another like little backpacking trip. I think that would be so fun. But it takes a lot of planning and a lot of time. Oh, random. That would be so fun. Yeah, you guys should do it. Are we talking about Sam's plan to travel to Japan alone? I'm trying to convince him to go on his own, but he doesn't. He wants me to go with him, which is very sweet. But it would be a lot easier for him to go by himself. Hi, Jokley. How are you? Hi, guys. Welcome. Somebody was saying that there's a lot of people in here right now. So what's up? How are you all? No one's asked you yet. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm in a good place today. My baby's great. My husband's great. I leave for Oregon in 2 days. I leave for Oregon on Monday, so I'll be seeing my family soon. Yeah. I'm going to try to get Sam to do some like food prep stuff with me on Sunday so that he has meals in the house to eat. We'll see. Poor Sam, he's going to lose his life. He was like, I'm kind of scared for you to leave. I was like, why? And he looks me dead in the eyes and goes, because I'm a neat. It made me laugh so hard. He knows. 911. Oh, shit. Yeah. What is a neat? A neat is a term for like a shut-in. It's like somebody who can literally just like he will sit at his computer, forget to eat, and play WoW the entire week. That is what he will do. And that's why I was like, what day does WoW come out? I'm getting the fuck out of here. So, yeah, he was like, I'm going to set a bunch of alarms on my phone and stuff to like remind myself to leave the house and things. I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. He's very, any of you who watch Sam a lot, you will know this, but he's very much tunnel visioned. He's a very tunnel visioned person. If he's like completely focusing on something, he doesn't realize how much time has gone by. He doesn't realize he hasn't eaten. He doesn't realize he hasn't slept. It's obnoxious. How did you wind up with such a great husband? I want one too. He is great. Man, I love him so much. He and I, we're very good for one another. Like, our personalities are very good for one another. In the same way that I am the sort of person that's like, hey, let's go to the park today. Hey, let's cook something. Hey, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. I am also a busybody worrier. And he encourages me to sit and take a breath and, talk about stuff and all of those sorts of things. We're very beneficial for one another in those like opposite ways. Yeah. Warrior. Yeah, that's what I am. That makes it sound better. I'm a warrior. Let's flood them with literal days worth of VODs. Yeah. I know, right? I want that on a shirt. Warrior of light. Fuck. That's such a good shirt. No. It's so niche. That joke is so niche and I love it. Oh, man. Did you see Felix's wedding photos? I did. Beautiful. I can believe I was going to say, I can't believe that literally the day after they were married, they had all of their photos like done and perfect and posted. But then I was like, no, I do believe that actually. But yeah, their photos were beautiful. Sam's beard will somehow double while you're away. Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, I found Sam because I went to Bristol and had beards rubbed on me, and he just happened to be there. So it's all luck. It's all luck, man. Did he ever rub his beard on you? He did not have a beard at the time. He was a sweet, soft-faced boy. Sherlock. Hi, bunny. You want to come up here? Say hi. Want to say hi? Come on. Hi, buddy. This is Sherlock. He's my big boy. Huh. You having trouble? Do you need help? No, you got it. You got it, huh? You got it. Hi, buddy. Cute boy. Such grace. He's not the most graceful cat, but he does love me. Don't you? You like me a lot, huh? He's one of those, like, one-person cats, man. He's very nice to everybody else, but, like, he gets so sad when I'm not around. I need you to be nice to Sam while I'm gone, okay? Don't do that weird thing where you just walk around the house literally all day going, meow, meow, meow. Because Sam always winds up messaging me being like, what do I do? Sherlock won't stop meowing and looking around the house for you. It's so sad. Huh, buddy? Oh, buddy. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Have a big paper cut out of you? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, hi. Guys, I'm gonna need your help if assuming that we move. and we have a room for Clark. I'm gonna need your guys' help because I really want to put like a low-key anime quote up on the wall. And of course, I thought for a while about just putting "Go Beyond" in big letters, but I feel like there might be something else I can put up there. I just haven't decided. Don't lose your way. That feels a little like... That feels like a teenager's room. Hey, buddy. What happened there? Did you have one of your whiskers on your head? That's weird. Mwah. 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 I'm gonna be king of the pirates. That's so highly specific, and I love it. No, all done. My cabbages. Some of these are very good. $2K lads in chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is a stream where I kiss my cat and read off anime quotes. It's not true. It's just very specific to the right now. Everything according to Keikaku. Very on brand. It's true. You're making my nose itch. Am I getting allergic to cats? I don't like that. Or is it just that your hair is everywhere? Impossible. Look, they say that you can get allergies as an adult. Every now and then I'm like, I hope I'm not getting allergic to cats. Huh. That would be so sad. That would be the deepest irony. It would. It would. It's already deep irony that my lovely partner in crime, Oreo Zima, is very allergic to cats. There he is. There's that boy. Huh. He has to take allergy meds to be around you. Poor boy. Oh, there you go. There's that good cat ASMR. The allergic to cats gang. Perfect. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Aw. You're so snuggly right now. What if the cats are allergic to you? Yikes. Are they allergic to all humans or just me? This is an important question in this fake scenario. Just me? Well, then at least like there's another home they could go to, right? They're both extraordinarily sweet cats with lovely dispositions. Somebody would love to have them. I would prefer to not have to give you away because you've become allergic to me. But, like, you know, at least this isn't a situation in which we have to just release them into the wild. Be like, I guess you just can't be around humans. Do you and Sam still want a dog? For sure. One day. One day. My poor cat is allergic to almost everything. Yeah, Watson has all those little spots on her that she keeps licking. And I can't tell if it's just become a habit now or if, like, part of me really wants to do the allergy test on her. Because it like popped up out of nowhere. And they were like, oh, she's just allergic to something outside. Don't let her outside. And I don't let her outside, and she still has these sores on her. I don't know. We'll see. I had a nightmare. This is going to sound horrifying. I had a nightmare like 2 days ago that I went to like pet Watson, and when I looked at her, literally her whole body was covered in sores. And I was like, how did this happen? And that was the end of the dream. Like, it was literally just, what a lovely morning. I'm going to go pet my cat. And then that was the end. It was really sad. It was really sad. Oh, Sherlock. Oddly enough, you're the one that has, like, been sick, and I never have nightmares about Sherlock being super sick. Well, that's not true. I have nightmares about bugs eating my cats. Which I think I've told you guys about before. I have nightmares about, like, bugs and spiders and things eating my cats. I know, it's weird. It's 100% steeped in the flea situation we had a few years ago. Like 100%, because I'm still so freaked out about them getting fleas. Because we had such a bad flea problem with the carpet in our house. So yeah, sometimes I'll have nightmares that like their bodies are covered in bugs. And the bugs are like eating them alive. It's bad. It's not fun. I don't like those dreams. Great, now I'm going to have nightmares about bugs eating cats too. No, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's a recurring nightmare for me. He laid down, sweet boy. We've never had bed bugs, but we have had fleas. I'm still traumatized by our flea infestation. It's like the two like bug related things that have happened in my life that have like mentally affected me the most are ants. I've had ant problems so many times, no matter how clean I am. Ants wind up in my house trying to get at my shit. And the fleas. I would take the ants over the fleas 100%, but like the fleas were so, I like broke down crying over the flea thing multiple times. And other people in our building had flea problems too, which is why they were like, somebody's dog probably has fleas and is walking by everybody's houses and like dropping fleas around. Yeah, it was so bad in our building, and there was carpet everywhere in that apartment. So they were in our mattresses, they were all over our carpets, they were in our couch. It was awful. So I was vacuuming every single day. I was changing the sheets every single day, and I would still sometimes like step on something and see a flea jump on my foot and would just cry. Like, how are you still here? Like, I've been vacuuming for a week. How are they still here? It was like, oh my God. Fleas are no joke, man. Make sure that you give your pets their flea stuff. Like, seriously, it's so bad. Did they fumigate or did you just move? No, eventually the like vacuuming every day, shampooing, spraying, like all of that stuff, eventually they were just gone. And I was so relieved. But yeah. Nuts. Yeah, let's change the subject. I agree. have I missed in 10 minutes? Not much. Not anything that you really wanted to hear. We just wound up in a bad place. I see the current room doesn't have carpet. Yeah, this house doesn't have carpet. We have 2 rugs. But that's it. And then, you know, there's the beds and everything, but yeah, let's do to refresh, to like set ourselves at 0. Do a cheers. I'm down. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for talking about how cute my baby is and also my nightmares. Thanks for letting me rant about how the immigration system is silly. You're all great. And I appreciate that I have you, and I appreciate that you're here. Grab your drink or fist bump the screen, whatever you'd like to do. 3, 2, 1, cheers. Beep. Yay. I cracked my screen, but no! I punched my screen, it broke. You guys killing me. What is the current state of children's TV shows right now? The ones that we watch, the ones that Clarky watches are the like story-based ones are Peppa Pig and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Both of which are cute. I don't know that they necessarily teach her much. They're just fun. And then we watch lots of like nursery rhyme stuff, which is let's count and what are the colors and here's the ABCs and let's learn about recycling and all kinds of shit. And she loves that, like gets more excited about the songs than anything else, which is great. So, yeah. Clark loves counting. Loves it. Like sometimes when she's having a meltdown, like she has been the last couple of days, sometimes when she's having a meltdown and I have no idea what it's about, if while I'm trying to do something, say she's getting into her pajamas, she really doesn't want to, but it's happening. Sometimes I'll count the buttons. I'll go 1 button, 2 button, 3 button, and she zones in like, oh man, we're counting. It's so funny. She loves it. So yeah, we have like a little game on the iPad that's like a numbers game that she'll play sometimes, which is really cute. She just loves them. It's great. Yeah, she loves the counting. She loves animal noises. She loves roaring at things. We got her 2 little so one of her like really annoying things that I'm trying to be patient with, because I'm like, you're a little scientist, do whatever you want. She wants to pour water on everything. Partly it's fine. Part of me is like, sure, pour a little bit of water on the table, play in it, whatever. That's fine. It's water. Who gives a shit, right? But she also sometimes will just like turn her sippy cup over and just shake water all over the ground. And then she slips in it, or I slip in it. So I've been like, this is not my favorite thing. I don't mind you seeing what happens when you pour water on stuff. I don't care about that. That's fine. Everything can be washed. Everything can be dried. It's okay. You can't reach electronics. Who cares? But I don't want everybody slipping and hurting themselves. So I got her, when we went to the store the other day, there were little sippy cups with the straw that like folds back, right? So when you're done taking a drink, you can close it. And then if it's shaked, nothing comes out. And she was being really, really fussy at the grocery store. And I, as I normally do, was like, which one do you like? And see which one she's gravitated toward. And of course, she grabs two of them at the same time. One of them is covered in flowers, which is a new word for her. She says she sometimes actually manages to say like what sounds like flower, but most of the time says wower, which is very cute. So there was one covered in wowers, and then there was one covered in dinosaurs. Grabbed both at the same time. And I was like, all right, we'll see by the time we leave the store which one you're still holding on to, and we'll get that one. And she vice gripped these two cups the entire time we were at the grocery store, and I was like, son of a bitch. I guess because I don't want to deal with you screaming anymore, I guess we're getting both. So now she has a cup that's really cute that she goes wower, wower, wower at, and she has another one that she roars at. So it kind of, honestly, in the end, I'm okay with the fact that I got played and forced into getting two cups. I'm okay with it because it's really cute. I know. She picks it up and she goes, it's so cute. And that's two cups that we can close, and she can't sprinkle water everywhere. So that's a delight, because all of her other ones, which are all pretty cheap, all of her other ones are like either the top comes off easily, or if she turns it upside down and shakes it, water goes literally everywhere. So I'm like, it might be nice to have two cups that can be sealed easily. I'm cool with that. I remember my mom having to put me in the cart because I constantly did that, like constantly just grabbed stuff. Yeah. What do you mean all of the other ones? So we have, when we were told by the pediatrician she needs to be off the bottle, like you gotta wean her off the bottle, it was so easy. She was totally fine with it because she loves straws. And we had one cup that has a straw on it, and we had one that was like a normal like sippy with just like the little lip on it, right? The one that we had before with the straw on it, I don't know what happened, but it started leaking all the time. Like, she's not even trying to get water anywhere, right? It's just leaking constantly. So I was like, cool, well, something's wrong with that. And literally every time I give it to you in the car, by the time we get where we're going, you're soaked with water. So there's something not going on there. The other ones were little lippy ones that I got at the grocery store in a pack of 3 for like a couple of bucks, because I was like, I would just like to have another option for how to give her water, whatever. So there are those, but those ones have the little lip with an opening, and she knows that she can just go and water goes everywhere. So I was like, I just need another cup that's basically like the straw one was, where I can just do something to make it so that no matter what she does, water will not come out, right? So that's what those provide now. I might give the other ones, the kind of like cheaper sippy ones, I might give those to the women's shelter, since I know so many of them have kids. But yeah, I need to go through Clark's stuff and find things to give them anyway. So yeah, and then she'll have her 2 straw sippies, and that'll be it. She doesn't have a mug problem, guys. She just really likes wowers and dinosaurs. How old is Clark now? She's about to be... Oh my God, is she about to be 16 months old? We're coming up on a year and a half, y'all. I think April, May, June, July, August. I recently donated a bunch of my childhood books to the library. It was bittersweet. I donated a bunch of my manga and books to the library as well. And I was like, it's okay. Somebody who really just wants to read these things and has no other way to do it is going to come to the library and be like, ugh, the library never has anything I want. And then they're going to find all this fucking mango and be like, whoa, and be so happy. Sippy bowls? I've never heard of a sippy bowl. My old library had all of Ranma One Half and DBZ. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hopefully. Somebody was saying that some libraries just like get rid of stuff. Like some of them are overstocked and get rid of stuff. We made sure, or I gave them to Kristen to give to the library because she was giving her stuff away too. Kristen made sure to go to one of the smaller, like less frequented libraries because she was like, they probably don't get that many donations. So hopefully they kept all of it. And if not, hopefully everything else went somewhere where somebody's going to read it. Yeah, side note, libraries are great. We should use libraries more. They'll usually just send it to another branch if they have too many. That's good. I'm cool with that. As long as they went somewhere. I think they usually get rid of copies. If everyone has a copy or donated a copy. Clark has yet to suck her thumb at all. But she does have the binkies, so I don't think that she hasn't really had a need. It's only when she's teething that she uses the binkies, like, frequently. She normally just uses them to fall asleep. But when her mouth's hurting, when she's, like, drooling a lot and, like, putting her fingers in her mouth, we'll just give her a binky. My library buys manga if you ask them to. Aw, that's cool. Yeah, they try to... It's kind of the same way that a lot of game stores or, like, comic book shops are trying to double dip into extra stuff. A lot of libraries, if you have a library card, there are other benefits. There's also... What's the audiobook thing for library members? Audible can be like kind of expensive. And there's a service now that's like audiobooks, like an audiobook app through the library. Overdrive? That sounds right. Libby is another common one, but Overdrive too. There you go. There you go. Hoopla is another major one. So there are a few. That's really cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My local one also does video game rentals. Really? That's awesome. I remember when I was a kid and we went into the library and they had just started having CDs. And we were like, what? You can get CDs at the library? Did you have a Walkman? I sure did. I sure did have a Walkman. And my very first CD on my Walkman was the Sailor Moon soundtrack. I felt very cool. I need to start using the library more. My books are becoming a hoarders episode. I just need to read
Welcome,
more.
You fine
I want to like
coffee
get into the
drinking
habit
burrito babe.
of consistently reading. And I don't know why. I don't know what the barrier is there. Because I can sit and read things easily that aren't books. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I do gravitate more toward nonfiction stuff. And I think if I tried, I like always really want to get back into like fantasy books and things like that. I read a lot of those when I was a kid, and they're very difficult for me to get into now for some reason. But part of me is like, maybe my gateway back into reading would be better if it was like true crime and stuff. So that's the sort of thing that I can easily read like on the computer for a long time. I got back into reading daily when I got my Kindle. My mom has a Kindle. She loves it. College kind of killed my love of reading. Yeah, it was high school and college is when I stopped reading as much. I was still reading a decent amount in high school. College, I basically stopped reading. Just really sad. My mom loves her Kindle so much too. Yeah, I mean, like my mom and my sister would go through books so fast. They would read and read and read and read and read. They read so much. Like every day when my mom would get home from work, we would all sit and have dinner, and my mom's like chill time was reading. I remember going to my sister's house, and she had a closet that was literally full of books, just in a pile. And she was like, I really need to give these books to somebody because I've read all of them. I was just like, what? I've never been that. I've never been voracious that way. But it like, my sister was the first one to get turned on to Kindle and like having a Kindle membership because she just reads so much that it was like money-wise just so worth it. And she got my mom on it, and my mom loves it now too. But my mom still just reads like physical books all the time as well. She does both. I don't think I've ever read a whole book, not even for school. Yeah, what's the website that's like, my goal is to read this many books. These are the books I'm reading, like a log. Goodreads. That's it. I look at people. This is what's weird. I look at people's Goodreads sometimes. I don't read. I just look at other people's Goodreads and I'm like, wow, they're going to read 200 books this year. That's awesome. I really hope that they hit that goal. Man, all these books look so interesting. I hope they're really enjoying them. like why don't I just read? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't read, but I have a Goodreads list. I haven't hit that point yet. Oh, I loved Dracula. I also had to read Dracula for school. But it wasn't like the whole class was reading Dracula. There was a list of books and you could read any of them from the list. And everybody had to write like a thing about whatever book they read. And I chose Dracula off of the list and read it, and I loved it. I loved it. Manga is reading. I can read manga very fast. That is fair. But manga is also less imagination. Wah! So far this year, I've read 36 books. I'm hoping to hit 60 before the end of the year. I believe in you. That's awesome. I read RPG manuals. Does that count? I think so. Whatever reading counts for you and is chill for you, I think that's great. I've read 2 books this year. Maybe that, Chris, you know what? Maybe that's actually a totally legitimate way to go about it. To be like, I just want to get back into the feel of finishing a book and buying a book that's meant for like under teens. Like really short books. Grab some Goosebumps, man. Grab some Goosebumps books, crush them. Maybe that's what I should do. Peppa Pig, the novel. What you doing, buddy? Chonk. Captain Underpants. I have read Captain Underpants. These were like actually good 16-year-old-ish secret agent books. Yo! What were they called again? That sounds great. I'm gonna scroll up and see if I can find it. Oh, the Cherub books. The Cherub books. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it up. Oh my, these look intense. What the hell? These look like way more serious than I expected. What age are the Cherub books for? Kids of around 11 to 12 can relate to the first book. The main character ages to about 16 in the series. Damn. These look real serious. Should I read the Cherub books? Have you thought about trying collections of short stories? Something that you can pick up and put down? Maybe. I miss the feeling of being like invested. You know? Put them on your Goodreads list. You know what? I will. I'm going to make a Goodreads account right now. And if anybody wants to join me, just, you know, because, then we'll do it. We're doing it right now. New here, create an account. I would love to. Here's my email. Take it. Here's my password, maybe. Sign up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get book recommendations from your friends. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no. Set a reading goal. It's already August. I want to read this many books in 2019. I think it's fair to say that I will not read more, knowing myself. I will not read more than 1 book a month. And if I do more than that, fucking awesome. But like, So 4? I want to read. This is true. I want to read 4 books by the end of 2019. This is my challenge. Oh gosh, select your favorite genres. There's so much going on here. Crime, graphic novels, manga, great. Paranormal, definitely. Science, yes. Comics, yes. Fantasy, sure. History, yes. Thriller. Travel, sure. Cookbooks, definitely. Cookbooks count? Great, I'm in. Cookbooks, definitely. Young adult, definitely. Nonfiction. Horror, sure. I do much better with horror books than horror movies. What if I just click everything? Mystery. I don't know what chick lit is. What does that mean? What is chick lit? Is that a like PG way to say a romance novel? Consists of heroine-centered narratives that focus on the trials and tribulations of the individual protagonist. So books about women? Is that what that means?
Fine cat
That's weird. That's weird that that's a completely separate genre. Sure, I love chick lit. All right, whatever. Yeah, all of those. Continue. I want to move on. Rate books that you've read. I'm not there yet. But I would love to add a book to my list. Cherub, the Cherub series. The Recruit, is that the first one? Oh, Jesus Christ. Robert Muchamore. I don't know what order these go in. Oh, Mission 1. Cherub number 1, want to read. Cherub number 2, want to read. Number 3, want to read. Number 4, want to read. Number 5. Number 8! Oh my god, there's so many. 4, where's 5? Okay, want to read. I'm gonna just, okay, there's 5 of them on there now. We did it! We have a Goodreads account. Oh my god. And there's my books. There's my books for the year. All done. A Goodreads account is a binding contract. All right, I'll get on it. I'll get on it. The Alex Rider books are good. What are those about? Alex Rider. Series of spy novels about a teen spy named Alex Rider. The series is aimed primarily at teens and young adults. The series comprises 11 novels and 5 graphic novels. Goodreads is going to be messaging you like the Duolingo owl. Oh god. Gotta add Percy Jackson. I've read the first Percy Jackson book. It was pretty alright. I've read the first Dresden Files book as well. I read those a long time ago, though. I have read the Artemis Fowl series. Actually, you know what? I think that there are more Artemis Fowl books than what I've read. Yeah, I haven't read all of them. Oh, shit. Maybe I should get back into Artemis Fowl. Is this 2019, the year of me finishing series that I started when I was a child? Number 3 and number 4. Sick. Okay, great. I'm not adding anything else right now, guys. I'm not adding anything else. I'll get overwhelmed. We're just starting here. Are you going to read Clark, a book series? I mean, Clark and I read maybe 5 or 6 books a day. Her books. But whatever she brings me, we read. Yeah. She's super into books. Rate them on Goodreads. I will. Baby loves aerospace engineering. Oh my god, it's there. Oh my god, it's there. This book gets a 5. Baby loves quirks. I want that one. Baby loves coding. Baby loves gravity. Son of a bitch. I need all of them. Baby loves aerospace engineering. It's a great book, though. Can we follow you? Sure. How do I do that? I'm finished. Okay, there we go. Profile. Hold on. It's like showing all kinds of weird stuff. Oh. Great. Great. Sorry, I'm just like making sure that it's not, because it like did like a weird location thing and I'm not all about that. Age and birthday privacy. Oh, I don't give a shit. Anybody can see that. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Save. Okay. Now let's look at my profile. Call it Goodreads. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, so should that have worked this way? Yeah, okay, so goodreads.com/Dexbonus should be me. Fingers crossed. Let's see if that works. I'm going to change my name to Goodreads. Great. Great. Yeah, there we go. Made a Goodreads account. So now I am that guy that's going to go look at other people's Goodreads account and maybe isn't reading any books. No, we're going to read books. We're going to do it. We're going to read stuff. I'm going to read 4 things by the end of the year. I have faith. You can rate people on here? Why? Why would you rate a person? Or is that showing these are the ratings that I normally give? But I've given a rating and it says 0 ratings. Reading stream. I mean, we could do that. I could do a reading stream. I'm down for that. Maybe rating you as a book curator? Oh, I guess so. Duke just reading a book would be a great study hall. I'm down. If that's something you guys would actually enjoy for a study hall, I can totally do that. It's no problem. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, I've got a bunch of notifications now. Jesus. Oh my gosh, so many people following my reviews. Unbelievable. I don't think it's the idea of watching me read a book. It's like background noise, right? Like, I actually really like the I watch video. Here's another thing, another reason that is just like stupid. I watch videos of people like reading excerpts from novels and talking about whether or not the novel was good. I could just read the fucking book myself. Yeah, so I read it all out loud is the idea. Wouldn't even necessarily need a cam. It could just be a black screen. BookTube is a real thing. It is. It is. It's crazy. All right, guys. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so I think I'm going to wrap up and go eat something. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to start reading a book today. I'm going to do it. We did our book challenge, and I did the book challenge, but it didn't like jumpstart anything for me. I think that this is such a good idea, being like, all right, this is a short book. It won't take that long to get through it. Just like get back into the swing of starting a book and finishing it. You know, it's just like anything else in life. I think that there's a different feeling to finishing a project. My dad and I are both serial, I'm starting this project and never finishing it people. And it's such a problem. And I always think to myself, like, I really wish I was the sort of person that would just like start a thing and then like just finish it, you know? And I think that that's just habit. I think that anybody can be the sort of person that finishes a thing. It's just, you just have to do it, right? Yeah. There are if ever somebody were to come to our farm and look around, you would see a few things that have been finished for sure. And you would see a lot of things that obviously were started and never finished. So I think starting small is a great idea. So that's how we're going to tackle books. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Kristen is streaming. Let's read off our event list and then I'll shoot you guys over to Kristen. She's a lovely friend of mine. And it looks like she's also doing just a like hangout and chatty thing. So it'll be easy transition. Alrighty. A lot of stuff happened. Thank you guys so much. Plasma Ghost, thank you for the 6 months. Platinum Faye, thank you for the 30 floor. Yes. Claire's Day Sky, thank you for the 16. Staring Stars for the 40. Pets Play for the 18. Gab Drew for the 6. It's been almost a year since I've been able to attend live. I listen to the VODs every week while I commute. Oh, thank you very much. Animus Fox, thank you for the 13. Jazz Jackrabbit for the 38. Space Spartan for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Cat Dragon Rose for the 32. MLM for the 39. Pajama Matt for the 30. Dune and Newt, thank you for the 38. Plasma Phoenix for the 18. Wizardy Sloth for the 31. Pandas Are Best for the 14. Smart Guy for the 47. Almost 4 years. Hadrian Blackwater for the 4 years. Welcome. Thank you very much. Happy anniversary. Spiffing T, thank you for the 6. Jason for the 52. Jonathan, thank you again for the dono. Zeppelin, thank you for the 2. Free Mixer for the 63. Kindly Emperor for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Septicuse, thank you so much for the biddies. Lord Nova for the 21. Ariok for the 14. Days and Days, thank you for the 14. Poshcat, thank you for the 29. Angie for all of the biddies. Sub since the time you came to CoxCon. Good Lord, time flies by. Thank you, Poshcat. Windy Arts gifted subs a couple of hours ago to Mini March, Brandling, Rahil Dev, Non-Nobody, and Swamp Cat. All of you welcome and welcome back to the Cat Gang. Be sure to thank Windy Arts if you were gifted a sub today. A Glitch Gnome, thank you for the 17. Beauregard for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Dragon Sparks, thank you for the 38. Astra, thank you for the 51. Venna, thank you for the 19. Astra, thank you for gifting subs as well to 21 Blump Street. What a good name. Gal Paladin, Link 1429, Fiery Ember Flame, and Fadalop. All of you welcome and welcome back to the Cat Gang. Thank you, Astra. Pope Spite, thank you for the 7. Ape Raw for the 16. Kid Lee, thank you so much for the host earlier. I'm so sorry I missed that. I just now saw it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody, if you still happen to be here from Kidley, I hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Clash, thank you for the 17. Infinitely Katie, thank you for the 11. Technical Muffin for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. Sevatiel for the 17. DigiCrests, thank you very much for subscribing. Ferminator, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Both of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. Dead Man's Hope for the 21. Sandwich Man for the 32. Tyrell Stratus for the 26. Astra for the biddies. Naked Meta, I am the warrior. We're warriors, guys. Don't forget. Nickit Meta, thank you for the 23. Canis for the 16. I've now been on sick leave for over a year. You and Sam's streams have been helping me not get stir crazy, so thank you. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad that we can do something positive out in the world. So if it's cheering you up, I'm super down for that. Belladus, thank you for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Steinkey for the 19. Arnar, thank you for gifting a sub to stay hydrated, Pot. Welcome back, bud. Meteorite Trail, thank you for the 5. Crimson Jockey, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Linux Prime for the 10. Why Not Zoidberg for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Unicorns Like a Boss, thank you for the 3. Windy Arts gifted more subs to Dahobo, Stomp You Dead, Twiddle Zero, Nilazy, and Jezzy. All of you, welcome and welcome back from Windy Arts. Marvin or something, thank you for the 4. Jinkar for the 11. BDC, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Carrot Cake Fox for the 19. Archie Pad for the 37. Avi gifted a bunch of subs just now to JMJ1987, Christo Massive, Butt Lord, Jago the Jasper Man, Z-Man, Bacon Zitz, Maliki, Doro Bujin, Electro Girl, and Cubic Jaboy. All of you, welcome and welcome back from Avi. If you were gifted a sub today, be sure to check who it was from and to say thank you. Very sweet, very generous, guys. Mocking Mimic, thank you for the 34. Grimsteel Reaper for the 31. And Night Dreamers, thank you very much for subscribing just now. You guys are amazing. I'm going to send you over to Quizton. She's great. Our next stream will be tomorrow. I'm going to see what's going on with Sam. Sam and I might spend the evening together because I'll be leaving for Oregon the next day, in which case I might do another morning stream tomorrow. So I'll figure that out and I'll post it up on Twitter. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, guys. All right? Bye-bye.